Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Koholoimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rechahakodash, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Achwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan Nawah, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And this article is in the U.S. Sun. It says humiliation for Ludacris, T.I. and Rick Ross as nearly 95% of seats remain unsold for tour dates. So, you guys will run your course, man. You run your course. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, mainly Amalek, those small tops, them tiny top people with the tiny hats on, used you for an era to destroy this new generation of YNs, these niggas now, and they're done with you because you're phased out basically. The newer generation of weirdos and wicked niggas, they're on a whole nother level of wickedness, man. You know what I'm saying? You niggas, you spawned it, which would you got spawned from another generation as well, so to speak, but. It says Ludacris, T.I. and Rick Ross are facing humiliation as nearly 95% of seats remain unsold for their fall tour dates. Back in May, the three rappers were due to perform in Jackson, but the show was postponed due to slow ticket sales. And now they are facing even more disappointment. But they got some hits, you know what I'm saying? Generally, the people that would go out and listen to this would be people of their generation that listened to it when they came out. But people of, you got a whole generation of people that, the people that was listening to this when they were hot, I would have to say that they really haven't grown, they trying to be YNs now. They listening to the Cardi B, the Megan Thee Stallion bullshit, the Sexy Reds, the Lottos, the Ice Spice, and they're listening to that shit now. They transformed over to even more wickedness. Because the people that was listening to this music right here, they're fucking damn like grandparents now. But they never grow up. And they're still acting like fucking children, man. They're simple as hell. Look at this dude here. And then, the internet done changed a lot of stuff too. We get that. And then at the same time, too, I'm not, sure why they're trying to sell out stadiums, man. They would be better off getting smaller venues because that's about what they can hold now. They're not as big as they used to be. It's not what it used to be. And then shit is not affordable like that no more, man. Ain't no telling how much these fucking tickets cost. A show featuring the three rappers for October isn't selling tickets like the trio likely thought it would, which has left fans stunned. Well, we're not stunned because we understand the scriptures and the music has been brought low. It talks about the daughter of the music. Matter of fact, let me get it real quick. In Ecclesiastes 12:4, it says, "And the door shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low." See? And that's what, see, you mainly got women right now that's running the game. The hottest top charters in the game are women right now. The ones that I named off and a few more. But their music is whack as hell. Their music is brought low. So it's done taken another step beyond what, because these women that's rapping today, they're no more than, pretty much you can say they're like the daughters of these niggas. They taking on the hustle, they got the hustle in their raps. They got the nigga, they just nigga, they nigga women. They're like, deep ass voices, 20 packs of cigarettes voices and shit. If you get what I'm saying, the daughters of music is brought low. And that's a portion of that. A woman shall compass a man as well. You still got rappers like you got these guys, they still doing YouTube videos, and they're not as big as they used to be. They can go to the studio, do a quick 16, put up a short, same old fucking videos. That's just like you got Jadakiss and Fat Joe. I think they got a song called Aroma. Same old shit. They talking about the same old shit, that they was talking about before. When they were, still talking about crack, still talking about dope, still talking about, zips, shit, like that. And that shit is it's all done, man. This place is through. That's why we do these lessons to let our people know how close we are to getting the fuck out of here. Because nothing is moving like how it used to move. That stuff is over with, man. Them days are over with. There's nothing else going on for the future of this place. You can clearly see everything has become watered down. Most of the movies that they're doing these days, the movie's not making no money. People not making no, it's a lot of movies that flop. I think this Odyssey shit, I'm not sure if it's supposedly, it's a newer movie that people have been talking about, but the shit just don't move numbers like how it used to. See, when shit was a lot more physical, I remember when I was younger, when you went and bought a CD, hell, even a cassette, I can go back as far as the cassette, but people don't buy CDs no more, of course. But those were physical items that you could physically go to the store, pick up, look at, read the credits, read the songs. And in some cases, they had music stores where you can go to a little station and you can actually put on the headphones and possibly, they give out snippets. You can hear like a portion of the song, like, and see if you like the beat, but you bought that physical album, and that physical album back then, a fucking CD would cost you like $17 to $20. Some cases, even more than that. Then they started coming out with double CDs. Then everything just started to get watered down and saturated. Now you got everything is AI, pretty much overall, or everything is, you don't really buy physical shit to hold on to. It's like, you pay for the songs to be streamed and they're downloaded, but you never actually own a physical copy. It's not like what it used to be. And those physical copies used to make a lot of money back in the days. And it's not making money like that no more. Movies not making money like that no more. You got people that, they go, if they're going to these games, you see them at the basketball games, football games, I don't even see how motherfuckers is even keeping up with it, but you do have people that save a lot of money. They go through it, I'm talking about your average customer. I'm not talking about somebody that's sitting back and they got money, they family-owned businesses or some shit like that. I'm talking about a person that goes, he works a 40-hour-a-week job. He's saving a couple of those checks, man, to go to a lot of these concerts. And look at these women right now. Chris Brown and Usher was just here in Detroit. They done like 3 shows here, I think. 3-4 shows in a row. And you had a bunch of these goofy ass women went out here. I know my neighbor, he was telling me about the one show with his sister. He was telling me about how his sister was calling him about him helping her with the light bill, because she went and spent all the money on the Chris Brown show, and took her daughter. And her daughter wasn't even old enough to be going even hear none of that shit. But they went. And she fell back on a bunch of bills, and she spent all the bill money. So this is what you have going on these days. It's only these couple of little artists that people, you got people like Beyonce, even those people, it's all falling apart, man. It's just not what it used to be. Just say it, for lack of better words. This shit is over with, bro. The whole thing is crashing. So anyway, they got and you think I mean, cause shit, Luda, all 3 of these got some pretty deep hits. A lot of that shit still play on the radio to this day. But look at this big ass stadium. You trying to sell out stadiums? I mean, you think that they would be in any other time they would have been able to, no problem, sell out a stadium like this. That shit's not working no more. It says it's a new record for most blue dots. Ludacris, T.I., Rick Ross, Big X the Thug, and Louisville 1024 on sale was a few weeks ago. Nah, man, people not coming out for that no more, man, like that, man. Them days is over. People not even in the same mindset, you know. It's like that shit. Time is really moving fast, man. It says, fellow fans and ex-users were quick to react with one writing, nah, that's crazy. Another said, I had to see this in the Ticketmaster app for myself. This is horrific. All the sections with the first few rows grayed out and deaf holdback seats too. Oof. A third person said, why are they booking stadiums to begin with? Wrote a fourth. The same thing I say too. It says, why are dudes who can't fill a bingo hall anymore trying to fill stadiums? And somebody says, I think part of the reason for the poor concert sales recently is every damn body going on tour this year. You know, well, see, that's the thing. The artists got to go on tour because the money is getting short. This is what happens when that money starts to dry up. These rappers and celebrities, man, they're not living like how you think they're living. They're living check to check too. And we've seen plenty of, you know, stories and videos of, you know, hey, these motherfuckers is going bankrupt and fucking living out of goddamn RVs themselves these days, man. It's not what it used to be because they don't manage money right. You living all out of your means, and they just think that you're never gonna fall off. You think that they will have a good manager around them, a good agent, and somebody that's saying, you know what, bro, you should put about 30% of everything that you make into an account that you never touch. At least that amount. If not that 10%, 20, some type of percentage. Where when you die down, because they all die down. It's not, the artists are not like, you know, artists from back. You got some of these people out here, man, they done been performing like 70 goddamn years. You know, 5, 6, 7 decades. The Beatles and, you know, them types of groups. Kiss or whoever, you know, still got them names where they might be able to, and those are so-called white people, you know. But it's not like that no more, man. You know, you got a quick light. Your ass is out here about a year. You might have a hit or two. And the only reason why these some of these girls is able to really hang on is because, you know, they can throw on another little new outfit. Their body still straight. But you done showed your body. Motherfuckers done seen your ass for a year. They done seen your ass twerk. That nasty box, you know. Motherfuckers done seen you to the point where it's like, okay, you're over done now. You know, you kind of, you just exposed too much. And then, you know, it's always some bullshit, stupid ass story about them. You know, they stay in the news and stay relevant with these stupid ass rap beefs and, you know, music beefs. This person said this about this. Did you hear about that? You know, it's mainly a bunch of gossip shit. But they not selling no records, man. They not selling no seats. They not moving no product. Nobody's buying no shirts. Nobody's buying no merchandise. None of that. All that shit is over. Them days are over. Because the Lord is snatching the mirth out of the planet, man. All that laughing, giggling. You know. Motherfuckers want to get out here and just... And that's the thing with... See, what you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you Israelites, what you have to realize is y'all asses need to repent. Things is getting to a point where the Lord is about to bomb this goddamn place. And here you go. And you know what? A lot of these people going to be in a goddamn concert seat when the missiles come. Or standing in the fucking line trying to get into the venue when the missiles come. You know, the scriptures talks about just like the days of Noah, just like the days of Lot. What was they doing? Eating and drinking and doing the shit that they normally be doing. You're going to have these niggas out here with all this stuff going on. World War III is already popping. All this shit going on. These people talking about computer chipping your ass. And you motherfuckers just out here worried about getting into it. You know what? You ain't going to be able to get into a concert anyway unless you take that computer chip. Because all that shit is becoming digital. They're not accepting no damn cash. You think you go into one of these concerts and these bigger concerts like that and you pulling out cash talking about, yeah, let me get a shot of Hennessy and a couple of rounds for my homies with some cash in your hand? Nah, nigga. You got to swipe your motherfucking head, your hand or your forehead. You goofy ass niggas, man. Anyway, yeah, that's pretty much was it on the article. It says their show in Veterans Memorial Stadium in Jackson, featuring Ludacris, T.I., and Rick Ross, was postponed due to slow advance ticket sales, with promoters citing investment risk. Yeah, them promoters pissed. Because they had to put money up to get those venues. And that money still got to be paid, regardless of whether or not tickets actually sell. Well, see, there was a time when these niggas, man, man, you can overcharge all kinds of money for these tickets, and people would buy them fucking tickets, man. You had extra money to go get you a new outfit. You got new shoes. You got your haircut and shit. You know what I'm saying? The bitches went in and got they little nails and all this shit done. Money was being spent. I'm talking about when people like this came to town, money was spent everywhere. Everybody made some fucking money. Because people went out to get drinks. People went out to get food. People went out to they bought merchandise. They bought all kinds of shit. These people, a person like, say like, matter of fact, they even talk about Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift, when she comes into a city, she brings damn near $1 billion worth of revenue through the city when she just show up, just because people being out and about spending money. Not just at her concert. She brings money to the whole entire state. And it used to be, and it's still like that for some artists. Some artists are still pretty big. A lot of country music singers. You got a few. It's just a few of these. These niggas. That'll sell out some stuff, but it's not what it used to be. Because I'm telling you, somebody like T.I., even right now, you think that they still be able to sell out an arena. Because they got enough hits. Shit, between the three of them, shit, them motherfuckers can give you a 4-hour concert with nothing but hits damn near. But nobody's listening to that shit no more. Okay, so it goes on to say, at the time, one person said on Reddit, people don't have the money to spend on concerts right now, and they were never going to fill that venue. Well, that's the thing. People, if they're going to spend money on a concert, they're spending that shit on something that they really feel as if. Now, had these just been, cheap tickets, because they got rows. You know how that shit go. They want to charge more for being right up front. This row, it's just like going to a basketball game, NBA game. You got nosebleed sections. Those are the cheaper tickets. They should have just flat out, hey, look, the tickets are this. You first come, first serve. Who's ever up front is up front. But the tickets are all this price for everybody. Come on through. I bet you they'd fill that bitch up and had a line around the corner if they didn't go all crazy with the prices. Because ain't no telling how much each artist got to get paid. The promoter got to get paid. They got to pay for the venue. I know them damn promoters is probably pissed right now. It says, another said, I think the venue was too big for such a concert. Yes, they're classic artists, but I don't see 60,000 people coming to that show. It was set up to fail from the jump. Well, no, they probably really thought that. At any other time, that would have sold. That would have went down. But we see what it is. That mirth is being snatched out of the earth, man. All that fun shit. And the Lord is about to make it real terrible for all you people. All that fun, all them fun times. You can see people now, man. People stress. And even when it comes to going somewhere and you trying to get your mind off of shit, you just trying to loosen up. You done worked all week and you want to go somewhere and you want to try and unwind. People, you can't even really unwind like that, man. You used to be able to go to places and really be able to just get away, man. These days, you got to worry about if a motherfucker is going this bitch going to get shot up, or, you worried about, okay, well, damn, I probably spent too much money. I should have, shit, I still got to pay the fucking bill. You can't, if you do lose yourself for a hot little sec, and you get back in your car after the shit is over, now you're thinking about bills is back on your fucking mind. I should have kept that money. God damn, I shouldn't have spent all that money. And then it wasn't even what I thought it was going to be and all this other shit. So anyway, let me just, let me get this real quick. My favorite scripture, man, or at least for right now, Ecclesiasticus 25:7. Because you 2/3 niggas is a part of our enemies too, man, right now. And this is a fall for Esau. This is a fall for Esau as well. Because he been generating all kinds of funds off you guys for forever. He grabbing all your damn royalties. He been banking off of you. Your music still play on the radio. They still banking up all that shit too. Ecclesiasticus 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. And 2/3 Jake, man, with this whack ass music, you are an enemy to your people. But this is talking about Esau. And Esau is the one that pushed all this music. When you think about all the music, each one of these dudes, none of that music, it's got nothing to do with a bunch of stupid ass street shit that's got niggas locked up, shot in a grave, fucked all up, multiple baby mamas that they shouldn't even had never dealt with. You know, you done rolled up to a bitch house for the very first time playing one of these niggas album, and you stuck with this bitch with a kid for 18 years. Ain't no telling how many lives these niggas music them fucked over, man. But anyway, I'm gonna end out. I just wanted to just touch on that. Yeah, the mirth is gone, man. The fall of Esau's kingdom is here. We're living to see the fall of our enemy. That's exactly what's happening. This place is done. Everything moves so quick. Everybody is kind of like you. Everybody is speed something. Speed dating, speed talking, speed, speeding up the road, speeding. Everything is speedy fucking Gonzalez, man. Motherfucking road rage if shit not moving fast enough. The Lord is speeding things up. You can't even, you can't even really sit down and get saturated into anything like that no more, man. The Lord is speeding this shit up. Nobody going to see no damn T.I., Ludacris, and no Rick Ross, man. With the prices, with the way prices is costing. If they gonna go somewhere, they gonna go somewhere where they feeling like, they gonna go broke. They going broke for somebody that they really feel that's in this age and time right now. You know what I'm saying? And mainly, like I said, it's really these women. The women running this rap game and shit like that, as far as that goes. You got a lot of old school concerts. People go, but they're not in stadiums like that. They're not these exorbitant prices, man. You can go and get you a ticket. Shit, $25, $30. These motherfuckers probably charge. Ain't no telling how much they charging for these tickets, man. And it's not working no more. Nobody wants to hear that shit like that no more. Again, you got a whole new demon on the planet. This new shit is a whole new spirit. It's really a 2/3 spirit of destruction is what you witnessing today with this new music and new movies and new anything that's got to do with visualization or hearing any damn thing, man. This shit is destructive, and it's the bringing low of the people, man, where they can be destroyed. So with that, I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Sha'Allah in a bubble ball.